There is this constant pressure to be somewhere else. Not a place exactly, but a version of yourself that's further ahead. Someone who's already checked the boxes.
So I came to do a hike today. This track, it's called Ellis Brook Loop Walk. So it's a full loop, about 8.2 kilometers, I think, and should take me 2.5 hours if I'm walking at just average speed. So let's see. I haven't done a lot of hikes in Australia, so this is one of the first. I've done one before, and this is the second one. The nature and the trees and the bushland, it's quite different to what I'm used to seeing in New Zealand, but it's interesting.
I spend so much time looking at my life like a project to be managed. A series of deadlines, degrees, titles, stability. We're told that if we aren't playing catch up, we are losing. So we drop the small things, the curiosities, the things we actually want to build. But I've been trying to reclaim my time through small things that's meaningful to me.
So far I've done 3.5 kilometers, and I still got quite a few way to go. But I might have a problem because the time is 3:40, and I think the sun sets around 5:30 these days. So I still got more than halfway to go, like 4 or 5 kilometers to go. Hopefully I can get there before the sun set down, because I do not want to be around here. There's literally nobody here, just me, and I don't want to be around here all by myself with no lights and nothing, because Australia, there's a lot of dangerous animals, dangerous snakes. I think, yeah, I read somewhere the most venomous top 20 snakes are in Australia, so that won't be fun. And the spiders here, I saw a video of a man, not a video, just on Facebook, I saw this guy, he got bitten by a spider and he had to get both of his legs amputated, chopped off. So yeah, and I don't have a light either, so, and I'm not very familiar with the Australian bushlands, and I'm also hungry. I didn't have my lunch. I still got my sandwich in the backpack. I want to eat quick, and then, oh, perfect. I can probably sit down here and just have my food. I don't know what that is, but okay. Hopefully everything is all good. Oop. Nearly fell down. This is broken. Don't know what's inside. Anyway, so I got 2 hours to go 6 or 5 kilometers. And my sandwich here that I made. Ah, shit. Got a splinter in my hand. Oh, you can't see. It's all right. I'll probably just eat one, or just eat half of it now and just eat the rest of it when I'm walking. Not bad. Just made a quick, simple sandwich just before I came out. Got a fish patty, pesto, garlic aioli, sriracha. I love this. Sriracha and garlic aioli together, this is my favorite. And I got some cheese, some tomato, and cucumber. Even though it's quiet here and nobody seems to be around, the first part of this whole loop, it's a small section and people come up to the waterfall and then they go back down to the car park. So this section is about 30 minutes. I saw a lot of people going there and just go to the top of the waterfall and then go back. And this waterfall I showed you before, there's no water, it's all dried up. I think Australia is the first place I saw where people go to see a waterfall, but there's no water. And the first hike I did last month also went to see a waterfall, but there's no water again. So seems like it's pretty normal here for waterfalls to not have water. But I'm not complaining because it's a complete different environment here. It kind of reminds me of what I've seen in some of the movies made in Africa. The bushlands and the trees.
In my work, everything is about the finish line, efficiency, the final result. But I'm realizing that living for a later, for a retirement that isn't guaranteed, is a strange way to spend your youth. We work so hard for reputations and titles like they are permanent. We treat them like they're something we can take with us when we die, but we don't. Out here in the silence, it just doesn't add up. The sacrifice of now for a maybe is a gamble I'm not sure I want to take.
This part of the track is actually nice because I think I can go faster on this side, on this half of the loop, just because the road is pretty wide and not a lot of gravels and shit, at least for now. I don't know if it's going to change later, but for now it seems fine, and I'm going faster. Before it was like very narrow road with a lot of rocks and gravel and also steps going uphill, but now I feel like I'm going downhill from here, so hopefully I can still go to the car before the sunset. I don't know which way I need to go. Well, I guess I jinxed it because it's not flat anymore. I have to go up here. So I don't know now. I thought I can go fast because it's flat and wide and no gravels, but yeah, I jinxed and starting to get pretty steep So it looks like here it's the highest, and it should be going down, I think. I think that was the hardest part, the steepest hill after I jinxed. But I think now should be all good.
I'm still figuring it out. I'm 29, and by most standards, I'm still behind. But maybe behind is just a word for people who aren't following the crowd. The titles are temporary. The noise is temporary. This, the breathing, the creating, the being, this is the only thing that matters at the end.
So now it's 5 o'clock and I am in the car and the sun is setting right now. So I just made it. You can see outside. Sun is setting slowly, and I'm glad I actually made it before the sunset. Hopefully I will do more hikes before the winter comes, but next time I will make sure I don't wear this. So see you later.